Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mauricio Medina, and today I will be reviewing the already polemic Versace Eros Energy. Yes, it just came out. Yes, it was around 170 Canadian dollars. No, I didn't smell this at the store, so this will be my absolute and genuine first impressions. Let's get into it. Versace Eros Energy. Very anticipated fragrance. Lots of controversy over the way this looks and smells. Okay, what do I think? I think this is gonna be hard to open with one hand, so wait a second. Got my trusty little knife, so let's unbox this. It's all good. It's all good. This little piece got ripped off, but the entire thing is good. I hope. Look, for a fragrance that's been a little bit clowned on over the last few days, the box is actually quite pretty. There we go. Versace Eros Energy. First off, I don't completely dislike the bottle design. I really enjoy the idea of a yellow Eros. Just maybe not this particular yellow. The cap is a very nice bronze, which by itself is very pretty. It's just the whole combination that's a bit underwhelming. 6 out of 10. Now let's actually smell this bad boy. I took these little strips from Shoppers. They're pretty handy. Oof, strong hit of citrus. Very bright. Almost sharp. Kind of puts the blood orange right in your face. Maybe a little bit too synthetic. Right up the bat. Let's see where it goes. What? You can smell it from there. It's actually pretty nice. Okay. It's been about half an hour. I also sprayed on skin. The opening notes definitely calmed down. A little spice from the pink pepper. Nothing too crazy. A little bit of sweetness too. I'm assuming that's the blackcurrant. Not bad, but definitely not new. Let's wait for the dry down, okay? It's been about another hour and a half. Hour and 13 minutes, actually. Dry down is definitely here. And yes, I do notice the woods, but it's actually well kept fresh by the patchouli. It's staying light, kind of casual. You can pick up the oak moss. It grounds the scent. But don't get me wrong, it's definitely not trying to be like serious or anything. It smells like it's obviously meant to be an easy to wear kind of everyday scent. It's pleasant. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's enjoyable. I gotta say, it does do what it set out to do. Fresh, citrusy, a little bit of warmth to keep it interesting. It's going to work very well in the heat. No doubt about that. Not a masterpiece, but solid. Okay. Those were my first impressions. Let's dive into the note breakdown. So at the top we have blood orange, grapefruit, and lime. As I said, super bright, kind of zesty. Right away you get that citrus punch. Then it starts to settle. Within the middle notes you'll notice that little spice from that pink pepper. And there's an itty bit of sweetness over there that's coming from the blackcurrant that's just supposed to keep things interesting, but without being like overly fruity. When it dries down, the patchouli and oak moss actually come through, this time grounding the fragrance. Stays light though, like clean, slightly musky finish. The whole thing just feels fresh rather than heavy. Overall, a straightforward citrus fragrance with a little bit of warmth in the base just to keep things balanced. So when is the best time to try this? It should be pretty obvious, but this is a summer/spring fragrance. It's just built for those hot days. You know, it's a fresh fragrance. It's what it's meant to do. Now, who can pull it off better? This fragrance has been marketed to the younger audience, with most of its focus being to the 22 to 28 range. That does not mean, however, that if you're a teenager or a full-fledged adult in your 30s, that you can't wear this fragrance. As I said, this is marketed to the younger side of the spectrum, but I definitely feel like anyone who's young enough to go to the beach and play a sport over there can pull this fragrance in a hot day just fine. Alright, next up, something that's very interesting with this fragrance in particular. What do people think about it? What's the public's opinion on this piece? I said piece, as in peace, not piss. Okay? Even though some do argue that it looks like. So what's the public's opinion on this? I gotta say, the public is not entirely pleased. There are some mixed takes out there about this fragrance. Some say that they love the new citrus bomb, while some others say that it just smells like another Creative Ventus clone. And that part really upset the community. People say it's an unoriginal scent profile, and I do agree with something here. We were all expecting at least some degree of Eros DNA on this thing, and it's got none. What, lemon? Some amber? Where's the green apple? Where's the tonka bean? Where's the vanilla? This scent was such a disappointment to so many people. You'll see. What do people compare Eros Energy to? Let's take a look. Dora and Boots by Dora the Explorer. What a banger. I mean, I've never smelled it, but come on. That's gotta smell fantastic. For what I can tell from the note breakdown, that is obviously not the case. It doesn't smell like Dora and Boots by Dora the Explorer in the slightest. But I do think this highlights that the community is just not happy with the new addition to the Eros line. And the rest of the community seems to agree on one thing. It's got that Aventus vibe to it. Many do seem to love it, others kind of like it. A bunch seem to absolutely hate it. Mixed opinions over here. Mixed opinions. Lastly, I wanted to feature this comment from the Fragrantica website because it really does sum up the reason why this fragrance hasn't completely flopped right after the initial reviews. The scent doctor says, Channing Tatum brought me here. The marketing team, I think, is the only thing that we can agree on has been on point here. Very well done there, Versace. Time for some statistics. Let me rate this thing. Appearance, as I said, 6 out of 10. Solid, but this particular yellow just doesn't do it for me. Atomizer, 7.5 out of 10. Versace has good atomizers, and the Eros line atomizer is no exception. Does the job pretty well. Longevity. I've heard some people say that this lasts on their skin 7 to 8 hours. I've heard some other people say that it's crap, that it just lasts 4 to 5 hours on their skin. I'd say 6 to 7 hours is the average performance that you can expect from this fragrance. 7 out of 10. Silage. 7 out of 10. This is a citrus heavy fragrance. Citrus oils are light molecules. They tend to evaporate faster than deeper, heavier notes. So while the initial spray feels strong, you can smell it from there. The silage does start to soften as the citrus burns off. Mass appeal. 5 out of 10. A citrus blast like this is guaranteed to annoy some people, and it's gonna give headaches to a lot of them. But I do give it a 5 because the dry down is much more pleasant and much more balanced. Again, it's a fresh fragrance, so it'll naturally appeal to some people. And last but not least, value. I will actually give this a 7 out of 10. Look, there are just so many fragrances like this already, and the price is not crazy high, but the scent itself is just not new or good enough to justify the full retail price. If you for some reason still need to get this at some point in your life, just wait for it to appear in discounters and pick it up there. It'll be a much better bang for your buck, I promise. Okay, my personal opinion. Again, completely my opinion. If you're super into the punchy citrus vibe, you're already thinking this could be your next summer fragrance, I won't stop you, but I do think you might want to consider other alternatives first. Look, Eros Energy does pack that citrus punch, but so does the Your Own Cologne, and that scent is, in my opinion, straight up more refined. It does, unfortunately, have that Aventus vibe to it. Yeah. Now, does that mean that if you're an avid fan of the Aventus style, that you should go and buy this at the store right away? No, not really. First off, listen to me. It doesn't have the same pineapple smoke balance. It just doesn't. Second of all, Mancera Cedrat Boys or even Mont Blanc Explorer will give you that same Aventus vibe that you're after without leaning so heavily on this synthetic territory. And third, those other options are much cheaper in discounters right now, and smell, in my opinion, even better than this. So, final verdict. I am giving Versace Eros Energy a 6.7 out of 10. Not mind-blowing, but not horrible. Versace Eros Energy is an okay addition to the Eros lineup. Okay, yes, it's energetic. I can almost guarantee you that what was going on in Versace's mind while making this fragrance was, okay, What do people relate with energy? What gives you that burst of energy? Coke. You just snip. I am not putting that in the video. Smelling salts. When you go into the gym, you get that whiff. Whoa, I gotta go lift heavy. What gives you that sort of punch over here in the tip of your nose? Citrus. Let's just dump all of the citrus we can into this fragrance and let's hope it wakes people up. Sure, it will work as a casual summer fragrance if you're looking for something loud, fresh, youthful, I guess. But is it revolutionary? Nah, not at all. It's not breaking new ground here. And for you fragrance snobs out there, it will just feel way too familiar or too synthetic. At the end of the day, if you're absolutely looking for a citrus bomb with an Aventus like not really scent profile to it, this could be worth checking out. Just don't expect it to utterly blow your mind or completely redefine your fragrance wardrobe, okay? It is for all of these reasons that I personally think that Versace Eros Energy is not worth picking up, at least at its current retail price. Plus, hear me out, it's not like if you pick it up right now, like you're gonna be able to wear it right away. If you find yourself in the northern hemisphere like I am, or even worse, on top of it in a cold place like Toronto, summer is gone. Just wait until next summer comes. And if you're somehow still aching to get your hands on this, you'll at least be happy to be getting a good deal then. That's gonna wrap it up for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Did Eros Energy meet your expectations? Did it exceed them? Did it disappoint? Let me know in the comments what you think about this fragrance. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of content and you want to see more fragrance reviews in the future. I'm thinking my next fragrance review will probably be on another Eros. Yeah, Eros Flame. I remember I have not tried this. I really want to, but I'm saving myself to get a genuine reaction. Everybody seems to love this. I think I'm gonna love it just based on the note breakdown. We'll see. For now, this is what we got today. But yeah, I've heard so much about this fragrance and I finally got my hands on it. So if you're wondering if Versace Eros Flame is still good in 2024, just turn on that notifications button and you'll be notified when that video does eventually come out. Again, thank you very much for your time. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you on the next one.